that it's November 6th and we're almost finished our crochet along. This is crazy, guys. So we're back. I'm Michelle, MJ from MJ's Off the Hook. Brianna's here from Brianna K Designs and Hannah from Hand Jan Crochet. And if you're just joining in and have no idea what we're talking about, we have been doing a crochet along over the last few weeks, the Not Your Average Granny Crochet Along. So we have 6 amazing patterns packaged together for you into this beautiful collection, and we've been crocheting up all of these interesting different ways to put together granny squares. And as you can see, I'm not wearing actually mine today, but I have it to show you. But Hannah's wearing her beautiful poncho that she did, and it's been a favorite amongst everyone. We've seen so many swanchos made, so she's
popular.
Wearing the poncho version today, but you can also add sleeves, and it's a really fun take. And Brianna's wearing her beautiful V-neck version of her granny cardigan, which is stunning. And I should just like pull mine up and show you. I'm Christmassy today in my plaid because we have another fun announcement for you today that we're going to. But this is my coat again, which is so super warm and cozy, and it's a puff stitch granny square. So we really hope that we've made these patterns a little bit more modern for you, a modern take on a classic. And we've had absolutely so much fun. It's been our biggest crochet along, I think, yet, right, ladies? It's been so successful. So many of you have joined us. So we're streaming today on our Facebook and our YouTube channels. So if you're, wondering who these ladies are, we've combined forces with all 3 of our channels, and yes, streaming in all of our places. So this is a lot of fun. So maybe are we going to tell them right away about what I know we told them we were going to make a special announcement, a special bonus, a kind of yay, like we want to give you something extra if you've joined us. So are we going to jump into that right away?
I say we do. I say we just go right in.
Yeah. So you let them know what we're talking about.
Okay. So we love these crochet alongs. And we've seen so many people participate in this one. And I think we've said this before, but every single time you post a yarn photo or an in-progress photo or a finished photo, it really feeds our artistic souls, and we really appreciate you joining us. It's been so successful. But also lately, all of us have started pulling out Christmas decor because we're so ready for that next step of decorating, and we think you might be too. And so anyone who has previously purchased the Not Your Average Granny Crochet Along is now getting 3 bonus holiday patterns. And if you purchase now before this goes away, you will also get 3 additional patterns. So that is 9 total patterns now in this crochet along if you go do that purchase, which is amazing. Such fun for a VIP experience. We love spoiling you. We love coming in with last minute cute little things, and we really think you're going to love these. I think we should keep it a secret. I don't know, or should we say what we put in there?
Oh, mine's behind me, so I can't keep it a secret.
Ruin it. No, I'm just kidding.
And everyone who's already bought the collection gets these. So if you've already purchased the entire collection, the VIP experience, you will get these. So there's no I didn't know you were gonna. No, you get it. You get it. You get it. But our final push to anyone who does decide to purchase the collection, you're going to get 3 holiday patterns. So it's exciting. So. Yeah, Hannah has hers behind her, so she can tell. I don't have mine with me, but
I do the other one as well. I just put the link in our chat, Michelle. If anyone is probably going to say, well, where do I find them? You need to log in to where you've purchased the Thrive Cart platform that we're using. You log in to your account, and it's there. There's another module that we've created, and the link to download your patterns is in there. So log in to that, and we'll send that via email as well to let you all know. So my pattern is, you don't have to put Elliot and Oliver on yours, they're the opposite way around. I'm in mirror. So it's basically a Christmas blanket that you can personalize. So it's corner to corner. And I remember when I designed this and you two were like, wow, that's amazing. And I love it. So easy to make. It's just a corner to corner chart with a cute reindeer and kind of a Scandi kind of vibe with it. But the chart, the pattern's quite long because there's instructions for how to create any name you like. The whole alphabet is in the pattern, and you can just color it in yourself and do them for absolutely any name you like. Or there is one that says ho 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 if you just want to go for a plain one.
So
Yeah,
that's my one.
Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute.
So cute.
And what pattern have you put in, Brianna?
So I don't have it with me, although it's probably in one of the many boxes I just brought down from the attic yesterday because I'm so excited to start decorating. But it is a like plaid deer pillow. It's really cute. It's fun to make. A little bit of color work in there. So if you've never done color work, come on in. It's really fun. I love color work. I think it's fun to do. But this pattern is just very like kind of rustic. So you should definitely check it out. And it's a quicker project because you're just making a pillow.
Mm-hmm.
And
I put in my bubble all the way basket. So they could be holiday, not holiday, but they're a quick and easy project. So we kind of put in something for everyone, like a bit bigger project. Brianna's is a little bit smaller, but giving you some color work. And then mine is a kind of a simple and quick basket pattern. I believe there's 4 different sizes in that pattern, and they're great to cover your plant. So I have some pictures with my poinsettias. I've covered my poinsettias or my little like Christmas trees. And it's just a fun project also for the holidays, or you can use all year round as well. So yeah, so we're excited to add those bonuses for you. So yeah, how many more days? 2 more, 3 more, 3 more days?
Yeah, it ends in 2 days. It ends on Wednesday.
Yes, November 8th.
Yeah. So you basically only got 48 hours left. And this is going away. Will not be able to purchase it. It's going back in the vault. And so if you really want this collection, now's the time to jump on it. It's like, you know, it's not very often that these are going to be together to do a one-time amazing value purchase. And now it's like you can get even more. I saw someone asked if our videos are closed captioned for those who might be hard of hearing. And that, yes, we all do that. YouTube generates it. So sometimes some of the words might be off. If you're ever confused, please comment. We can take a look because there might be, I noticed like the other day I was like typing something and instead of saying mitten, the auto caption said men. I'm like, no, but okay. So we try to catch those as we can and fix them as we can. But yes, they are, we try to make everything we do as accessible as possible. So they are closed captioned. And there are videos for all the patterns within the Granny collection.
Yeah, the YouTube doesn't understand my accent at all. It comes out with the most bizarre things sometimes. And I'm like, does it really sound like I'm saying that? But apparently it does.
So I just popped the link for the crochet along where you can find all the details into the comments. Plus you can scan the QR code, which is above my head. So you can scan that too, or you can click on the link that I just added in the comments, plus in the description box. The link will be there as well. I also had pasted in the link for how to log in. That was the link that you gave me, I believe, Hannah, that I popped in as well. If you've already purchased the collection, to go in and find those additional patterns. So yes, you're going to get all 9 of these patterns. And I know my bonus pattern does have a video tutorial. I'm not sure about Brianna and Hannah if there's videos to go along with their patterns, but mine does include a video tutorial as well.
For the bonus?
Yes, for the bonus.
Mine just has a tutorial on how to do the color work because it would be so boring for you to watch me do color work for every row for something. But I do have a blog post, video tutorial, and extra help on doing color work as well. And I also have these cute little sheet bobbins if you ever want to use bobbins for your color work. So it comes with, and then all of us have our community groups, which post in any of them anytime. And we have just like the most amazing crafters in the world in there, like cream of the crop, everyone who's an amazing crafter is in our groups. And they're so helpful. So even if we're sleeping and we can't get to you, usually someone can clarify something for you or answer a question. I saw another comment I want to address because we have to, and that's that parchment is sold out.
Oh yes, I saw that comment too. Yeah, parchment's gone. We sold it out. We tend to do that, ladies.
Which is so funny because I think it was like 5 months ago, we were like, hey, we're a little bit concerned because we kind of go heavy in the parchment. like, do you think you could order more? And they were like, well, we really can't, but don't worry, you're not going to sell. I love when they think that, like, I'm like, no, we have the best crocheters. We have the best community groups, the best crocheters. We are going to sell it out. And so in a way, I kind of love that we did, just to kind of prove that, like, that we have the most amazing people actually doing the crochet along.
We take it as a personal challenge to do that. Don't like
kind of do. But the next best color I would say is pistachio.
Yeah.
But I also know a little bit of behind the scenes on that one. Pistachio is going to sell out, I think, with the rate that all you amazing people are joining the crochet along. It could. The other thing is, if you look at every single one of our patterns, I know that a lot of us did the base color as parchment, but I just want to say, be bold, because you might surprise yourself. I've thought about this one several times, that I think, like, had I just flipped it to where parchment was maybe the lightest pink, and then you could even do it in a solid with the other pinks, it would be so pretty. And all the colors really go together so nicely that, like, don't be afraid to mix up the colors and see what works for you.
And I know with mine, I didn't use as much parchment as you other ladies, but some people, what they're doing is they're taking the linen as the small, like the lightest color, then going to fruit punch, and then going to garnet, which originally is what I was going to do, but for the video, garnet would have been too dark, so I didn't go with the garnet color because it's the darker burgundy, but that would look beautiful as well, like if you're liking this look.
Yes, yours is perfect for just kind of going with those colors. And linen is also a really nice neutral too.
Yeah, definitely. It is. We should mention then, so the coupon code is still active, isn't it, till the 8th? So you can get 50% off the I can't say it. Upcycle alpaca. That's it. Upcycle alpaca blend in the worsted or the sport weight. You can get that till the 8th. And then that has gone too. And that is free for everyone to access when you sign up and get your supply list. And in that supply list, you both took amazing photos, didn't you, of all the different colors together? So you'll see the palettes of colors are just amazing. And the fact that there isn't parchment is not the end of the world, because they all work so brilliantly together.
Yes.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Exactly. They all work
and
so well.
Eventually there may be more colors, but we always have an inside scoop, and they need to sell out of more colors before they can put another order, I think, in. So
I think they're gonna put,
and then they can get,
keep us going, like, keep selling it out, and then we can get more back in. Because I'm sure as a yarn company, you can't just order in small quantities, and you only have so much warehouse space. So they have to, I'm sure, especially on this one, it's an upcycle. So if you're not familiar with upcycle, this is a recycled yarn. It's an eco-friendly yarn, but also the fibers are really nice. You've got some alpaca in there. It's so pretty the way that they've dyed these for the colorways too. But they want to say, oh, are we frozen? Are we good? I see a red, like, warning. I think we're good.
Please don't do this again.
I know. Don't cut out on us. If it does, we'll come back. But yes, the yarn discount is good until Wednesday. And the upcycle is just so pretty. It's a great yarn to try. And 50% off, it's definitely worth it. Just order sweater quantities. Like, we cannot stress that enough, because even if they do get some colorways back in, they'll possibly be relabeled differently, because the way that an upcycle yarn is made, it's not going to be, it'll be a different shade. Like, no matter what, just I can guarantee it that the dye lot will be slightly different. So order lots, it's half off, might as well.
On that note as well, we all have other patterns that Michelle, your hat's already released, hasn't it? And Rihanna has stuff coming out. We all have more patterns in this yarn. So if there's a color that you particularly like or combination, then just go for it and get it. And then at least you'll know it for our upcoming bits and pieces that we're doing too. But someone has just asked, can we do the crochet along with a different brand of yarn? Absolutely. And in the supply list, again, we've given alternatives, and in each of our PDF patterns as well, haven't we? And on our blog post too. Like, wherever you look, there are alternatives that we think would work really nicely. But obviously, feel free to swatch and see what works for you too.
We'll just continue to say that this is labeled a worsted, but probably look more of a DK. It's a very light worsted. So
definitely.
Very, very light. I mean, you could probably even, especially with my coat again, if you wanted it not as heavy, you could, even go sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really easy to get gauge on all of these patterns because you're making a granny square, you're blocking it to size, and then you're seeing if you like it. And if you like it and it's to size, go. Like it's any yarn.
With it. Just try to get those, get the granny square size, and then you're good. You're good.
And then
Yeah.
you're good to go.
Yeah, there you go. Jeanette's just said there, I use Upcycle Sport for my swancho and it worked great. Yeah, I think these because patterns have some air, don't they, between the stitches? Like the cross stitches take up space anyway, don't they? The chains between the granny stitches, they're very flexible. So you can, like we always say, don't we, like you have to stick to, but you can be quite flexible with these kind of patterns, I think.
Yeah.
Which is something we didn't plan. Did we? Like we always do this stuff, don't we? We always get, and then we go, oh yeah, we all did. Excellent.
This one has been such a fun one. I'm so thrilled with how many posts I've seen in all of our community groups. It's crazy amazing. It makes us smile every single day. We're like, and if you haven't started, I always have to say this because I don't like putting pressure on people. If you haven't started, don't worry. I know we keep saying this ends in 2 days. The purchase to get the extra amazing VIP ebook style where you're getting all the patterns for an amazing price, plus some bonuses. Like we have some guides in there, printable project planner, and then also the bonus Christmas patterns. All of that is for purchase, and that ends in 2 days on Wednesday night. So that's what we keep talking about. The blogs on our patterns will stay. But so if you want to do this, purchase that, bookmark things, and you don't have to start today. You can start next year and we will still be here talking about it. We're not abandoning you by any means.
Our groups, right? Yeah. I've had people posting in my group lately their granny skirts from my summer, spring crochet along. So, I mean, and grannies can take a while, and depending on your time, like you may not have time to just sit down and make all your granny squares. Like you could be making them over time and then putting it together. So everybody's excited to see in the community group, and everyone is willing to jump in and help regardless. So that's what's great about the community groups is that there's not really, you can work on it at your own pace. Start after Christmas. These would be great projects for after Christmas if you're working on your Christmas decor or your Christmas patterns. So I know it's it's full on now, right? We're into November. Everybody's getting their Christmas trees out if they're early like we are. My house is decorated. My house is completely decorated now. I just have a new fireplace. So I'm so excited about that.
I can't wait to see a full reveal of the fireplace though. I've been waiting. I've only seen tidbits of it.
The problem with getting the fireplace was our TV on our wall was too low, and so my husband had to move it up. And it's kind of funny because I'm thinking, oh, this is such a big job. You start stressing about it because for me, I would never be able to do it. And he's like, oh, it took me 20 minutes. And I'm like, you waited all week? You took all week? It took 20 minutes.
He should have lied and been like, that took me 8 hours.
But apparently there was a hockey on that he wanted to get because the fireplace was sitting in the middle of our family room, so it was blocking his view. So you are so funny. Anyways, my dad put together the fireplace for me. So now once I get that all staged, I can start taking stocking pictures, which I'm excited.
Oh, we're going to talk about that in a minute. I say we talk about that. We have another announcement, but we'll save that one for a few minutes. 2 questions here. Someone wants to know how they join the crochet along. We have a link, or if you click that QR code on the screen, that will take you to all the information. We also, someone said they never saw the Christmas bonus. Well, that's because we just did it minutes ago. We planned it, but we just released it. So if you log in, and we'll be sending out some emails with that login for everyone who has joined or purchased. If you log into your account and we have that link, then you will see it there now. It's just magically appear. If you are in your account and you don't see it, try logging out and logging right back in. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of a refresh.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to see if there's any other things we haven't answered. I'm watching all these comments kick up, and we always try so hard not to miss any questions. And sometimes everyone's commenting so fast. I'm like, someone else already downloaded.
Yay!
The bonuses are working.
Awesome.
Always good to hear.
Yeah, and back on what we were saying, Laurie has said that waiting till after Christmas to start any of these patterns because working on Christmas presents at the moment. So yeah, this is the beauty of all this stuff is that yes, we're doing the crochet along now, and if you can join, amazing. If not, don't worry. Just come and join whenever you can. Our community groups will always be there.
Always. We always love seeing photos of the yarn, the swatching, whatever. 5 years from now, we still want to see it. Still, like, just jump on in and show us. Yeah.
Definitely.
So many fun projects happening. Should we talk about, so we just made an announcement. If you're just popping in, the announcement we just made is that we are just amazing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You're amazing. I know, like, we're amazing. I was reading another comment. I got distracted.
I know. It's like they're all coming in and I'm like, more comments.
I know. But we just announced that we launched 3 additional holiday patterns inside the VIP experience of the Not Your Average Granny Crochet Along. So if you already have purchased, or if you want to purchase in the next 48 hours before this goes away, you will receive the 3 garment granny square patterns that we each did, and then 3 bag patterns, and now 3 holiday themed patterns, plus guides and bonuses and fun stuff.
That's 12 things, isn't it? My gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went like when we said we weren't going to go overboard this time, we did it again.
We're so bad, aren't we?
We're so horrible. We try every day. We're like, guys, let's keep this small. Let's keep this simple. Let's not. I think sometimes we get a little bit afraid to like throw too much at. Like, we don't want to overwhelm people.
Yeah.
Because we could design in our sleep. So we don't want to overwhelm people. We don't want you to feel overwhelmed. And then by the end of it, we're like, well, guess what? We just gave you everything. Just do it on your time. We give you all the things.
Yeah,
definitely.
Michelle, do you want to talk about what's coming in a matter of weeks?
I'm so excited about what's coming next. So we start planning these things early in the year, right? We discussed how we were planning this crochet along in February when we were together in Florida, which was amazing. I think that should be annual, Brianna. I know we've been talking about that. I think that should be an annual get together so we can like plan. And we decided not long after that, we started planning this, that we needed to do something for Christmas, that we should do something together for Christmas this year. We usually have our own things going on, but we wanted to do something together. So we have another crochet along that is going to begin the end of November, and it's going to be Christmas themed. It's going to be stockings, and we're just continuing with our granny square theme.
Yeah, we
are. Our granny theme, so to speak.
And of course, we're going to throw in a few more things because we do it. We have some surprises coming. So
so we do have we will have a Christmas crochet along running into December for you. So keep an eye on this. Make sure you're signed up to our emails, our newsletters, and then you'll get all the details as that comes out.
I'm going to grab this.
And it will be beginner friendly. We will have all of the patterns. We will make sure that they all have, like everything we do, they will have videos. They will have the collection option. They will have individual options exactly as we've run with this one. And they will all be completely doable and doable in the time frame. That's the other thing. So I showed you before, didn't I? I've made another one. So my stocking takes probably, you can make it in like 4 hours, mine. It really doesn't take that long. So if anyone's worried, I don't have time, you have time. We will make it work.
Yeah. Mine's really quick, like so much quicker. And depending, again, whether you do it in solid color or mixing colors, that can kind of, if you have more or less tails to weave, depending on what you're doing. But I worked up mine pretty quick too, because I would just sit in the evening and do up my squares for the stocking, and it would be done. So
I did a lot of my I'm doing hexagons, but I did a lot of those on the way to family photos. Like if I'm just sitting in the car for an hour each way, I'm like, I'm going to definitely, like, my husband has to drive because I'm going to crochet. I don't want to drive. I just want to crochet.
That's right.
I always do that for on long car journeys. I'm like, I'm just going to work. It's work.
I'm going to relax while you drive. Sorry, honey.
He enjoys driving. So I'm like, cool, that's fine.
Oh, someone just asked if one of the brown colors will work for the background color. Yeah, I want to say yes right off the bat. Now I'm going to grab my phone. I'm going to take a look real quick. I'm always like, let me take a look. Let me see how we feel about that. Also, I just want to know if you are purchasing, I'm just gonna say it, maybe throw in some Brava tweed for these next. Just saying, we're just saying we might be using it.
Yes, we are.
Michelle's
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we are using Brava tweed, and they have a ton of new colors.
Mhm.
So, of course, when I started making these stockings, I'm like, okay, I need the jewel tones. Now I need to do like a neutral. Now I need to do a kind of a girly, more pinky blue. It's really funny how I like to change my Christmas colors up over the years, and I just love blue. So I usually end up having a blue tree. But my daughters this year were like, Mom, the tree needs to be red and gold, and you got to ditch the cool white lights. You need warm Christmas lights. This is what's in. Daughters to keep you on the trends, right?
I need her because meanwhile, when I was looking for a Christmas tree yesterday, Joe's like, so which one? And I'm like, I'm not sure. But did you see this really cute dancing Grinch? Totally getting this. Like, I just get this. So I bought this dancing Grinch, and he's like, what tree are you getting? I can't help myself. I'm looking at these browns. Ladies, do either of you have latte in person?
Oh,
I do. I think I have it.
It is quite dark.
Is it? I was looking at that and biscotti. I think I have biscotti, and that one's darker. I'm just looking. Latte does look very neutral friendly. Linen does, pistachio.
I gotta go see my yarn.
And I do think
I'm currently tangled in yarn, and I can't get up.
If you wanted something a bit lighter, a bit less heavy, it might have like more space.
Well, hello.
Oh, no, that's great.
So this is latte, I believe, here at the bottom, and that's what I've used in between it.
Yeah.
So it is quite, well, the lights are probably good, but it is quite brown. Yeah. It is quite brown, but it's a lovely brown.
It's lovely.
Yeah, it's the lighter. It's the lighter of the browns. There is a darker brown as well.
It's in there somewhere. So yeah, it's this second color here.
Yeah.
Someone just asked if they missed seeing the bonuses. Well, they're available. So you can log back into your account and they will be there.
Yeah. And somebody asked about the barcode. If you go through and if you purchase the VIP, so if you make your purchase, you get those bonuses with it. So if you scan through the QR code, it's going to take you to basically the details of everything. So the crochet along, if you join with free, which is just viewing the patterns on our blogs, but if you buy the actual collection, you will get the bonuses.
Yes. Someone just thought, they said they're a newbie, and would these be user friendly?
Definitely, I would say.
Mainly because we have so much support. I think that there's a difference in buying a pattern from maybe, I mean, you're here, you're seeing us right now. We're actual people. We're like, hello. Buying a pattern from someone that maybe doesn't have an easy way to get in touch, or they're hard to find on social. We're everywhere, and we have community groups, which is so amazing. Not everyone has a community group because it can be a bit to monitor. We try to keep out spam as much as possible, and I feel like that's a full-time job lately. But yeah, we just want to keep it safe and protected in there. We want the best, no spammers. So we have community groups, and we all do video tutorials for our patterns. So yes, I wouldn't always say every pattern is beginner friendly, but we can say that about ours just because of how much extra support that we include within the pattern. Like we even offer like within the pattern suggestions and maybe check this, or here's a tip. And then we have our videos, and we offer a little bit of extra tidbits on our videos as we're just talking. And then we have our community group where you can go in and you can show photos and ask questions, and you interact with actual people, not feel like you're just, talking to a robot. I always have to laugh when people email me and they're like, hey, Brianna, well, I don't know if I'm talking to Brianna or somebody else. Like and I'm like, no, it's me. I am an actual person. I wish I could always have someone. That'd be cool to have a robot or somebody else respond. But no, you're definitely in the right place. You're connecting with the actual designers, not to say oh, we're actually, you know what I mean? People. we're not robots. We're not AI. So
No, AI's trying its best, but we won't let it. We won't.
yeah.
Oh,
Someone just Hannah, someone's asking about your blanket. Well,
And your hat too.
Oh, really? Sorry, I'm not concentrating at all. That hat, is it new? Yes, it is new. I just need to actually write the pattern and film the video, and then then it will be out soon.
Yep.
After the next collection and thing that we're doing. And then what's the other one? What was the name of the blanket you had behind you on previous lives? I'm trying to find it on Rabbit. Yeah, that's another one that I need to film and write up. So that will be coming next year. That was I've been firm with myself. I have some lovely crochet friends who are sat right with me who keep me in check and make sure I don't push myself too hard. So that's going to be next year. That one. Yes. You can hold me to that.
It is crazy how far in advance we design. And this is why sometimes I am conscious about not putting things in the background because I don't want to get like, I understand people get so excited. Hannah, I would be so excited to start that blanket too. But we design so far ahead in advance. And that's because we really do package things so nicely. We want to like check all the boxes and have it perfect for you. So Hannah will have that hat and that blanket coming soon. But as her crochet friends, we're even going to say next year because we know burnout is real. We want to make sure that we're all, this is why I love us as friends. We like check on each other and we're like, hey, are you taking on too much? Because that's kind of that's the way we are. We are very motivated people. And so sometimes we find ourselves in a bit of trouble when we're feeling way too overloaded. So it's nice. We can check in with each other.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, someone said this will be next year's projects. Yeah, do it next year for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Who wants to take that most recent one from Connie?
Lovely Connie is saying, if we've already signed up, will the new bonuses be available to us? No extra dollars to shell out? Absolutely not. You do not have to pay any more money if you have already purchased. They are yours. They are in there. You can download them.
Someone's asking too what I'm making. We don't like to tell you because then you'll be like coming out. But I'm making, so this is of course a little story. I always get too many projects on the go, and I mean I do need somebody to keep me in check because I always have too many whips. But so I've fallen down the rabbit hole of home decor talk, or I don't know what they call it exactly, but getting into home decor on TikTok is quite addicting. And then you just think that you need everything on there. Like, how crochet works too. We think we need everything.
Oh, yeah. I'm still looking for a garland that's like on TikTok everywhere. And I'm like, where are people buying this garland?
Where do they get this stuff? So I've been stalking all of these home decor TikTokers, and they all have these beautiful blankets like on their big king beds that like literally go to the floor on either side. Well, guess who sells these beautiful blankets? Target does. And we do not have Target in Canada. No Target. And you think I can find a blanket this big? No, but I'm a crochet designer, so
gonna make one.
Like, you know, that should be the first clue, like make it yourself. And so I'm working, and it's going to be for my beautiful king bed. I've made lots of bed blankets in the past, but none this big, and that's going to like hang nice. So that is what I'm working on. And so far I'm absolutely obsessed, but I have so many other projects. I can only sort of sit when I don't have to think, because it is going to be like one of those easy, like 2-row repeats. So I'll work away on it. It's going to be massive, so it's going to take a while to make, but yeah, that's what I'm working on.
Someone just asked if the color parchment will not be back in stock until next year. I'll be very careful the way I answer this one. It may not ever be back in stock because they're not. The way Upcycle works, it's hard to do the same exact color way. Once they sell a bit more yarn, will more come back in stock, and could one potentially be similar? Yes, that's what I'm going to say. So not guaranteed. It's like getting that same colorway is not guaranteed. But I feel like if they were to do an order in the future, they know that one's sold out. So I think they would try to bring back in another neutral.
Yeah, definitely.
Someone asked, this is an interesting question. I feel like this is one we talk about behind the scenes sometimes, but very rarely, on a call. Do we feel like we've lost what we originally loved about crochet because you always know you're selling something?
No, not for me.
No,
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 not at all. Because for me, it's not. I do enjoy making. I do enjoy crocheting, and I find it really mindful. But for me, it's the design. It's the excitement of creating something from my mind that I've never seen anywhere else, and it just comes out of me, and that is just beyond exciting. And I don't think that will ever get old.
no.
No.
I think that is the only thing that keeps me going sometimes, because we do so much desk work. Someone asked me the other day, like, oh, you have like, they saw my office, like, oh, you have an impressive office kind of. And the next thing was like, why do you need all this stuff? And it's like, because I spend more time at my computer than I do with yarn, like by a ton. And so the creative aspect of it, the making of it, is what I love. But then I think finding where you fit in this industry matters, because like us three doing these crochet alongs, oh my goodness, they feed our creative soul, because we get to work with friends, we get to chat about yarn when like no one else in our house really cares about yarn, we get to plan this, and then we love when we see what you post and what you make from the patterns. It's just so exciting, even if it's not my pattern. When I see you post the swan show or the river coat again, I get so excited, and it just feeds our souls. But I think that I don't think I will ever lose my passion for crochet. I love designing things. I feel like sometimes I can't design fast enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
same.
I know, and I think sometimes people that are as creative have a hard time. It's like, well, how can you keep coming up with stuff? Like, kind of isn't everything been made or designed? It's like, no.
Yeah.
Fashion's always changing. And then we go back to fashion that was like, well, that was 60 years ago. Yeah. That was 50 years ago that was. There seems like there never is. It's like, even when you think that, how can I, like, something else inspires you to do another take on something. And it, like I say, how many blankets have I made? Yet I still am like, I have to make this. I have to make that. Like, it's absolutely never ending. And our minds, I feel like part of that ADD or whatever in my brain, it's like, I'm always thinking about the next project. Then I have to force myself to sit and finish it and then go to my desk and actually.
That's true. We're not going to talk about how many whips we have. Let's not.
Yeah, it's so exciting. It's so exciting what we do. I mean, we get to do what we actually love and are passionate about, which is incredible. Yeah. And I don't think I'm ever going to realize how blessed I am to get to do, like, just get to do this, actually have this as my job. And
I don't think I could stop if I tried. I love it. I don't think I could stop if I tried. We're all addicted. We're addicted to the process of coming up with something fun. I do see burnout though. The reality though, I think sometimes we do get that question, is because so many people in our industry do burn out. Designers, a lot of times, in all honesty, I see them burn out after publishing a book with a publisher. And I think we get that question a lot, like, when will we do a book? Never. Possibly never. Not unless it was self-published or we found a way to do it that way that we wanted to do. But I much prefer crochet alongs. A book is not personal to me either. When, like, sometimes the designer, but if a book is like at Barnes and Noble, like, do people really come find me? Do they come interact in our community groups? I think it's a bit harder. So we love this personal connection versus just a transaction, I guess you could say. And that's what feeds us. That's what keeps us going and not burning out. We have each other to check in, to make sure we're not burning out too, or to say, it's okay to take a break. It's okay to take a break.
Yeah. And we all have weeks where, we just need to step back. Sometimes, like, social media gets overwhelming for us and we need to kind of just, reshare old content or have our assistants handle a lot of stuff. And that's because social media is a big part of our jobs. We all go through that, but we have each other to talk to about it. And sometimes we do have to step back and just, like, my assistant needs to handle this week or whatever.
Yeah. Someone just asked, did we take courses to become designers, and like how to put colors together, etc. So I have an art degree. So a lot of that comes from that. Not that I was ever taught to crochet or knit in college classes. They should, honestly. There was a tapestry class, so I feel like there should be one. But maybe some colleges have them. But for me, I think a lot came from that experience in terms of like color theory and things like that. But beyond that, there's not really necessarily a book per se that's like you can buy and like here's how to become a designer, but there is a lot of information online. Yeah.
I didn't at all. I like, well, my background is a medical background, isn't it? And a very practical career. And then, but I was always like, I was a bit scared of admitting that I loved art and I love creativity. And I'm so happy that now that it's my life.
Yeah.
And it always was. When I was a child, when I was at school, I loved all of those subjects. But because I wanted to pursue becoming a midwife, I couldn't do those things. I had to do the sciences and I had to do maths, which I love and now obviously get to use in my job. And so, yeah, it wasn't until I took it up as a hobby and taught my mum taught me the basics. She taught me a granny square, actually. That's the first thing I learned. And then from there, taught myself. And I was just like, this is my thing. This is what I'm doing. Yeah. And I never for a million years thought I'll make a career out of this. But it just happened. It's kind of, I think we all kind of fall. You don't ever go at school, I'm going to be a crochet pattern designer.
No, not even in art school did I think that.
I didn't even know that existed or anything.
Yeah. I mean, and imagine how people responded to me, Hannah, when I told them I was changing my major to art. How many? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think that, like, what are you going to do with that? Was like the number one question. And then when I asked my professor once was like, you need to determine a path for graduation type thing. And, you know, where are you going to narrow in? What are you going to do? Are you going to do studio art? Are you going to do, you know, gallery style art, And I was like, you know, I really think I like the hobbyist art arena. And that professor was like, that's not a job, pick something else. And now I look back and I'm like, dude, there was not an art gallery in every corner, but there's definitely a craft store. There's somewhere to buy crafts. There's craft aisles in Walmart. Why was that not a valid option? I don't know. It really actually like wrecked me for a little while in terms of where I thought I could get until I ended up getting another degree in teaching, but then came back to the arts field, which I am so happy I did. I love what I do. Yeah. So never be discouraged from pursuing your dreams, even if other people think that it's not valid, apparently. I don't know.
I think like we're all of a similar-ish age, aren't we? And I think now things are really different, or I feel they are. I'm hopeful that they are, in that people are not told when you're 18 you have to decide your life's path. You can change. Like I've had a massive career change approaching 40, and like that's fine. It doesn't matter.
Oh, my husband did too this last year. Yeah.
It's so normal and it's so fine. So never give up on things that bring you joy. I love that comment. That's brilliant.
You bet.
So, someone else asked, will any of our patterns have left-handed instructions? So other than color work, because sometimes that's mirroring it, if you're going to do color work left-handed, because a lot of times for right-handed, you're starting at the bottom right of the chart. For left-handed, you're going to start at the bottom left of the chart and work it opposite, and then it won't be, because like if you're doing words, if you're not doing words when it comes to color work, honestly, like mirroring the image, it's still going to look amazing. It's going to be fine. And then as far as YouTube tutorials, a lot of times any artist that offers right and left-handed, they're flipping it. So they're only filming it one time, and then they're taking what they filmed and they're just mirroring it. So if you ever come across a YouTube video and you're like, whoa, I've got to see this left-handed, the right-handed, my brain's just not flipping it for me, because like that happens to a lot of us, especially when it comes to left and right-handed. If I were watching a left-handed video, sometimes I might be like, this is not computing for my brain as well to have to like watch it, learn it, and convert it. You can always take your phone or a laptop or whatever and just put a mirror in front of it, like I'm just going to do this. If this were like my phone and the video was playing, just face a mirror right here and then like watch it in the mirror and you can see the left-handed version. Just a little tip. Yeah.
Awesome.
But they're written the same, left or right. Yeah. Let's see.
Do any of you crochet for yourself using someone else's pattern?
That is my retirement plan.
I was going to say, I wish I had time.
I keep joking with my husband because especially I crochet and knit, and especially in the knit arena, I'll see something and I'm like, I just want to quit everything I'm doing and go make that. And I do buy knit patterns occasionally that I am like stocking away for retirement. I know it's bad because I'm going to have so many by the time I retire, even if I just put one away a year. But if I just don't really like on Ravelry, I'll be like, you know what? Retirement, I'm making that. I know it sounds crazy, but right now I feel like every second to keep up, I guess you could say, or to keep up with my own goals is my patterns, focused on my patterns. But it sounds amazing to do someone else's pattern. When we did our hats, I made both Hannah's and Michelle's hats from years ago.
We did, didn't we? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The last so someone else's pattern. I probably one of the first times because I never, from even when I started, I just made up my own stuff. I didn't really follow patterns. So yeah, and no time. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a time.
So sometimes I think it would be great just to kind of
fun
and go and not have to think about designing.
Yes.
The process, but it's the time. I can't even keep up with the work that I have.
That's why someday I want to retire and just like make everyone else's pattern.
But I don't even think I could do that because you both know what I'm like. Like I even argue with myself. I argue in my own patterns with myself. So I couldn't, I'm not good at following instructions. No.
Or like you'll be like, I'm going to modify it. And they're like,
no. That's what's dangerous whenever I go back and do one of my patterns again, because I will probably
so hard not to modify it 3 different ways. Yeah.
I know, because I'm like, well, if I just did this would be better. It's always dangerous to go back and do stuff because I'm probably going to change it, and then people get angry. You changed it. Whoops, I couldn't help myself. That's why I just need to keep doing new stuff and not try to go back and do anything else.
Someone says that their grandma taught them to crochet using number 10 thread over 60 years ago. If you're not familiar, number 10 thread is a very, very fine yarn, a lot of times often in cotton. And when you see those like gorgeous table runners or tablecloths that look like they took a billion years to create, they're often with like that number 10 thread. I'm honestly going to say I don't think number 10 would be hard necessarily to learn on. It's just much smaller. You're doing the same thing you'd be doing with the bulky weight yarn. You're just doing it in a tiny version. It just takes longer to make something, but that's really cool. I could see that. Number 10 used to be really popular. Even 60 years ago, it was really popular. With what did they call the table? Is there a name? Doily.
My mum used to make them all the time. Like she's got loads in their house. And my grandmother used to make them to cover the edges of the sofas, the arms of the sofas.
Yes.
My grandmother would put mucky hands. He used to work in a farm, and he would put mucky hands and the back of his head. And so they would have the doilies that they would then wash. Gosh, that's taking me back.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so this is a good one for you guys. I've been going through. So when we pulled out our Christmas decorations, it wasn't just, we're going to pull out the Christmas decorations. My daughter's helping us like clean out the basement. So it was like take every storage bin that mom has ever collected and all of her like from my mom. And like, so I'm going through everything. Like, what should I keep? What should I get rid of? So my mom used to do the ceramics and she would like paint all the beautiful little ornaments. And I'm like, I can't get rid of these. These are just too
pretty. Yeah, you got to keep those. That's fun.
He made Christmas ball ornaments with doilies, but my mom didn't crochet them, but she must have got them. Do you remember those? And you wrap it around and then it would have like little like.
Okay, I'm just going to say it. I would like to see both of those the next time we're together for our next crochet.
Okay, so I will
have them ready.
I'm going to bring it out. And also she did little, these like quilted balls, like, where they,
I want to see those too.
Pinned them all, and I'm like, I can't get rid of these. Like, mom must have put so much work into that. But here I'm like saving all of these.
Save it.
And I'm not putting them on my tree because I had to decorate it a specific way for my daughters. But the odd thing, and Erin's grandma, Moore, she did ornaments for us too. So I have some pretty little angels, and they're all very fine. Like
the crocheted angels?
Yeah. And very.
My mom made some of those too.
Yeah. So it is so fun, like these homemade things though, to go back and like see the styles. I'm like, this stuff has got to be coming back because this is from when
I want to show and tell of all those things, though. The next time we get together, we're going to start off with Michelle's show and tell.
Show and tell all the ornaments. Yeah. My mom never got into crocheting or knitting, but she loved to paint. So she was an artist as well, and she loved painting, and she was really good. I remember even being a kid being like, "You do your eyes so good, Mom. How do you do them so good?" Like I would be, wondering how she could do these beautiful, but I'm still working on her. Maybe one day we'll get her crocheting. Yeah. Maybe one day.
Yeah. I'm still trying to get my husband just to weave in my ends. I'm like, I'm not going to make you crochet. Can you just weave in my ends?
Well, that's what Mom's doing for me now. She's weaving in my ends and blocking. She blocked a cardigan for Emma the other day. It was like, this is amazing. Why did I get her doing this before now?
I think I'm more likely to get my children to start helping me weave in ends than my husband.
Correct. Someone else knows about the quilted balls. I used to make the quilted balls and sell at craft shows. Yeah.
Oh, I love these comments about all the different crafts.
Need to make a comeback.
We have 2 trees in our house each year, and one is like the orchestrated, color themed, blah blah blah, and the other one is just everything handmade. Like the whole thing is, and it's covered in like all sorts of colors, terrible things from my childhood that I made.
Okay, so now I need that tree.
Yeah, and I've got the thing that Elliot made his first year when he was at nursery, and they did a ribbon on it, and it was the length that he was. They measured them. And so that's, and every year it comes out, and every year how tall he was, and like this is like things don't have to be pristine. They don't they need to have meaning. I think at this time of year, it's really
we have that tree too. So I have 4 now, but we had that tree that's like I want so when Joe and I first got together before we were even married, we didn't have a lot of money like most starting out, and we decided that each year for Christmas we would go to the store. This was our date night because we couldn't afford a lot, and we would splurge and go to get like a Starbucks hot chocolate, and then go to a store, and we would each pick an ornament, and then we would write the year on it on the bottom of the ornament. And we've continued that tradition to today, but now my kids also get to pick an ornament. So there's 4 new ornaments each year, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it has really, really grown. And so that's our tree, is like the ones they bring home from school, the random ones we picked out each year as a tradition. And it's just your beautiful home, kid style tree. I love it.
I'm going to have to obviously get another tree put up, guys, maybe like behind me here, and put like all of the retro ornaments on it. Yeah.
Kelly asked if there's any new blanket patterns coming out. Michelle will have one. Wait, will you have one, Michelle? I thought you said yes.
Well, yes, I actually have.
I was like, wait, did I speak too soon?
I don't know. Maybe this week. Like, well, I do have.
Yes, Michelle will have one.
I have a collection coming out really, really soon that includes a blanket. You've probably maybe seen it in some of the background shots. Plus, I'm obviously working on this blanket, and then we are working on another mosaic blanket pattern too. So,
I'll have some in the spring. There's so many things we all want to release. If you could see all the things behind the scenes, it's like a year's worth of content, I swear. But it's going to be a fun year. I always just say, like, anymore, I used to really just try hard to just like get everything out as quick as possible. But now I think all 3 of us give ourselves a little bit more grace, because we will burn out doing that. So a lot of times I have no problem being like, yeah, I have this. It is coming out next year. And I keep saying that about a baby sweater that matches the baby pants I did. That literally sitting on my desk right there, finished. It will be next year.
Well, we're getting so close to the end of the year now. It's like
that's what I can say next year.
Yeah.
But there's also the element now of like we are really particular, all 3 of us, and like so I filmed something the other week that I'm just not happy with. I'm not happy with, and I'm gonna do it again, because when you're just like, I'm not. There's nothing wrong with it. I know there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm not happy to put that out. So I'm going to take the time to do it again, because I feel like it's worth it. And yes, that's going to eat into my time, and yes, it's going to eat into all my productivity, but so be it, because it has to feel right when we produce all of this stuff. So
Yep. We don't really have any issue taking a long time, but taking our time to get something done. Not that we go slow. We work hard every day, but just making sure that it's right. And I think that's also why anymore going back to that previous question on, do we still enjoy what we do? I think I enjoy what we do the most now. We found such a comfortable design space for ourselves that is healthy. And it's partly why you've possibly seen us do less. I honestly, you probably haven't even noticed, but a lot of, because we do so much, but we do less in other ways. So I don't join as many blog hops so that we can do this like event that really speaks to me. Because all these things take time. I don't really publish for magazines anymore. Because I really just like having it in my wheelhouse, where magazines with like, they're great to publish for, but those deadlines, and sometimes they like want you to do changes that you're like, I don't really want to do it with that yarn. So it's like, we're really comfortable where we are, and it's working out great. We love it. We love doing these collections the most, though. I think I always look forward to these. We're kicking around ideas for next year, but we're going to do the Christmas one, the holiday one next, and then next year, I cannot wait to see what we do. It's going to be so much fun. I'm excited.
We need that Florida trip.
We need a Florida trip. We do kind of need a Florida trip.
I think
an excellent suggestion. We should do a meet and greet when you get together soon in person.
Yes, we should. We did have a question that I want to make sure we don't miss on blocking and how to maybe speed up that drying process. So when I've been in a similar situation, I get a big fan, and just like plop it right, near the project and get that fan going on it just to help get it dried out quicker. So, and I guess just the temperature of the room too, potentially, like if it's damp, you might want to get some heat on or whatever, but I have used a fan before and that does help.
Yeah, even in Florida where the humidity is high, if I just use a fan and, my doors are probably closed if it's hot outside anyway, but the AC will help cut down on that humidity. Or if you're in a hurry and you you're like, I don't want to wet block this, you can always do a gentle steam. So you can block it and even use the steam setting on your iron and like go across it with a steam. It depends on how aggressive of a block you're trying to do. Wet blocking will be the most effective, but not always needed. You can do a light spray, or you can do a gentle steam blocking. Be careful with those acrylics that they don't melt, that you don't get too much heat on it. And what else? Am I missing a way to block? Spray.
No, I think the key, it does take longer, I think, for things to dry than you imagine. Like sometimes I'll be like, oh my gosh, it's been like 2 days. Why is this not dry? But be patient.
And how wet you got it to begin with, like making sure, I know if I am wet blocking, I really do try to get out as much water as possible by like wrapping it in a towel. And especially the bigger the project, it can be like really hard to get the water out of it. So wrapping it up in a towel can really help.
It can. And you want to be careful when you're doing that you're not stretching the fabric or felting it. Wool felt if you are too aggressive with stuff like that.
Yeah, everything we got to be careful with.
Someone asked about one of those spin dry machines to quicken the dry time. I'm not sure what a spin, I'm not totally sure. I don't think I've seen it. Is it one of those salad? I've seen people use their salad spinner.
Oh, really? That's not a bad idea.
That's not bad. I've seen that. That works great, I think.
It may work for granny squares because if you had time, I don't know. But anyway, she's already blocked it, and I think it's all laid out. Everything's there. So just if you put a fan, I think that's gonna.
A salad. They said a salad spinner. Yeah, you can use a salad spinner. You absolutely can.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
More people say maybe it's in person. Wow, we can make it happen.
Mm-hmm. We could do a Disney Springs meeting in our nowhere.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Disney with you ladies so much. It was so much fun.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the important thing to say as well as we bring this one to a close is that we love working with each other, and we hope that show, I think it does show, doesn't it? But also we couldn't do this without everyone that joins us to do this with us. You are the reason that we do this, and you are the reason that this is so successful. So thank you, everyone, whether you've joined us for the VIP, whether you've gone on our blogs for the free version, however you have chosen to join us, thank you so much, because it's absolutely an honor. It's an honor to be able to do this.
100%. 100%. Everything Hannah just said, for sure. Oh, should we do a quick recap before we say goodbye to everyone?
Right.
Who's doing the recap?
You are, Brianna.
Well volunteered.
So we came on today because we had an exciting announcement. So first I'm going to go through what the Not Your Average Granny crochet along is if you're just joining us, because there might be a few people who are like, what are you ladies even talking about?
You know, so we just talk about random things, right? Yeah.
Way off track. We are currently offering a crochet along featuring this sweater I'm using, the swancho that Hannah's wearing. Michelle has a coat again that's absolutely incredible. They all have amazing customizations available for them. Mine can also be made as a cardigan, and I show that. All three of us also have amazing bags in this collection. So that is 6 patterns in this crochet along. All of those are featured for free on our blog, or you can purchase the downloadable PDF as part of the VIP experience. And when you do that, you also get some guides that will really help. And then you also get a project planner. And it's an amazing collection, and that will go away in 2 days. So like it ends Wednesday night. If you want to purchase the collection altogether, the blog patterns will stay on the blog, but all those bonuses and freebies are gone in 48 hours. Whether you join free or paid, we have an amazing coupon from We Crochet that's 50% off the yarn that we used. It only works on the yarn that we use, but it does work on the sport weight and the worsted weight of the upcycle alpaca. And that coupon code also expires in about 48 hours or so. Wednesday night at midnight, our time, that goes away. So you'll want to use those things. And then, so after all of that, we're caught up on what this is and what we've been doing all month long, I think. And now today we have come on and announced that whether you have previously purchased, so if you've already purchased or you want to purchase in the last 48 hours, because this is ending soon, we are also throwing in 3 holiday patterns in addition to everything else as a special announcement bonus, because just like Hannah said, we love doing those crochet alongs with you. We love seeing what you do. We love seeing the yarn you order, and we could not do without you. And it's just a bit of a thank you for making this month so amazing. And keep posting all of your photos in our crochet along. So yeah, that's why we're here today.
So November 8th, the collection goes away, but just so you know, the videos will not be going away. You can still watch the videos on YouTube. You can still purchase the patterns individually. The patterns will also still be on our blog. So if there's still a way to join in, you can still, and if you buy the collection, like those, those extra help, like the community group and the YouTube videos are not going away. Just so you know that there's no, those, you can always, if you just want one pattern, just go to our shops and they're all available there.
Yep. And there's so many things that like I try to think whenever we make these announcements, I try to think of it and I have to back up and be like, okay, Brianna, pretend you were someone who just walked in the room and you know nothing about Hannah, Michelle, and Brianna, and you know nothing about this crochet along. But it's so hard to remember all the things because we do all the things. So like Michelle said, we have video tutorials for all of those 6 patterns. Plus, if you're not aware, we do design from extra small to 5X. So many different sizes to choose from for the wearable garments. I bet there's other stuff I'm missing. We're gonna say goodbye and I'm gonna be like, oh dang it.
I know. I'm still asking about the link. If you scan the QR code, you can it will take you directly there. And I'm just going to I will pop the link again in the comments as well. I just need to grab it again.
Any of our community groups, any of our Facebook community groups, the link will be in there.
And it's also in the description of this video. I make sure I always add that. So it is in the description, and now I've just posted it in the
Oh, yeah, I
comments.
see it. It just popped up in comments. Yep.
Okay.
And if you're not seeing it, you can jump on over to our community groups. I'll post it again. We try to post it as many places as possible, or sign up for any one of our newsletters. We'll be sending that out too as well.
Yes, and you want to be signed up because you want to join in the next the Christmas crochet along. So make sure, yeah.
I am so excited for that one.
I know we're doing a lot of crochet alongs this year. I know it's a lot, but just join in when you can and have fun with us. Join the community group, and yeah, we're excited to make some. And these are going to be quick patterns. We wanted to do something quick so that it's not stressful at Christmas. So these are not going to be time consuming. Yeah. And even if you save them for next year, I have so many people who will buy Christmas patterns and then they're planning like to make them all like for next year.
You know, it's funny you say that because Caitlin, our good friend over at We Crochet, was asking me if I was going to also do a Christmas something this year, kind of like how Hannah did baubles, which definitely go check that out. And then Michelle did a Merry Mini Christmas along where she made this cute little advent calendar. That was this last year, right?
Yes. Well, I've had two.
Okay.
Two now. So I have the Merry Mini collection, which is 25 ornaments. And then last year I did the advent calendar, which is
yes. So those are some really fun collections to also check out. And our good friend Caitlin was asking me, like, are you going to do something like that this year? And my response was no, but because around the holidays, like we're talking like Christmas Eve, I'm like, oh, you know what? I should totally make this. And like inspiration will spark. So whatever I started like last year, what I started last year is now going to release this year. Because I think like when I'm in that holiday spirit and we're like so close to the holidays and it's like too late to get a pattern out, that's when inspiration always strikes for me. So we'll see what happens, but it won't come out till next year. I don't know how many times I've said next year on this call, but next year.
next year.
Easy year next year by the sounds of it.
Yeah, hopefully no one was taking a shot every time I said next year. You would be drunk by now. So
I know someone just asked one more question, please explain how to scan. You need to do it with your phone. So you need to use your phone to scan it. There's always that QR code, but if that is confusing, just click on the link that I put in the comments or check the description box and the link will be there. Because if you're on a desktop or you're on a tablet or something, and you don't have your phone to scan it, then you can't do that. So
mine wasn't working in Home Depot the other day, so sometimes they can be glitchy. I was just like, Joe's worked. He walked up right next to me and like instantly got the information I needed. And I was like, why isn't mine like sometimes technology malfunctions? So the link in the description will probably be easiest.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks so much everyone for joining us again. We usually go over time. We went a little over our hour, but that's okay. That's okay. There's always so much to talk about. And we are always so happy when you join us. And this will be, obviously, people will want to watch on replay and it will be available everywhere. So have an awesome week, guys. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks. Bye.